Hello, my name is Tressin and I play the Darbuka. Years back, I was searching for information about how to play this instrument properly. I did a lot of travels to different countries and I took a lot of lessons in order to learn this instrument properly. But before, I was searching the internet for information about how to play this instrument. So today, I want to give something to you to help you to find your way on this drum. Enjoy. So now I will show you the Doum sound and how to produce it in detail. So this is the Doum sound. It's the lowest sound on the drum, it's a bass sound, and yeah, we start with the position of the hand. Notice the arm is one line with the hand and parallel to the surface of the skin. Try to avoid to do like this. It will not be very practical, not be very efficient. This is much better. And the fingertips are pointing towards the middle of the skin. The hand is not in the middle of the drum, of the surface, it's more here. Try to see there are different zones, like an outer zone of the drum, a middle zone and the center zone. The Doum is played on the middle circle. Okay? There's the nice bass frequency. Also, you can see my hand is slightly angled. Okay? So I reach this area very easy. One of the most important aspects of the sound is that it's resonating. So you hit the drum and your hand bounces off. You cannot not keep your hand on the drum, you should bounce off, okay, to let the skin vibrate and resonate. So this is one type of Doum. You can also do the Doum with your fingertips. So I use my index finger and my middle finger for this. It's done like this. So this technique is a little more quiet, a little more fine and more flexible. There's a lot of possibilities to modulate the sound, because it's related, or it's can be found the same technique on the Indian bayan, the big drum of the tabla drums. I have it here. This is a bayan, and they play in the same way with the fingertips, and they can also bend the sound after they hit the drum. So we do the same actually here, but with the right hand. We can alternate the fingers, index, middle, or we can use our wrist to dampen or to bend the skin. Yeah. Okay. Yes, this is a very, very powerful technique. I learned this from Mr. Ahmed. He is a big master of Doum and Darbuka, and he's like one of the founder and inventor of all the techniques I use. You should definitely check him out and try to learn from him. It's a very inspiring person. So I hope this is enough for the Doum and you get something from it. And I will continue now with the tuck sound. So the other important sound on the drum, other basic sound, is called tuck, and it's a treble sound, like a high sound, high frequencies, and he produces here on the very edge of the skin where the clay begins. I will use now my ring finger for this, and it's the tip, the last joint of your ring finger, and it combines the motion of your arm but also of your wrist, you know, the twisting motion of your wrist. And try to get a nice long ring sustain sound. Yeah. Also you can use your index finger, so you can alternate between index and ring finger. My ring finger is the first finger I use. I would always go like with my ring finger for standard. With the index I would only use it for special techniques. So standard is my ring finger. It's my main tech sound. So on the left hand I use the index finger and the ring finger. You will hit the very edge of the drum again to gain a very high sound. It's very important to get down the finger to this point, like from here to here. You start here in this position with the open hand, bring down your hand till your palm touch the drum, and the momentum brings down your finger to the skin. Yeah. It takes some practice, I know, to get this. Yes, and maybe you notice it will be a little easier with the ring finger. And also the sound, I find the sound is a little more nicer. It's, you know, this is the Arabic technique, the more traditional technique, which is used in Egypt, for example. And yes, they play also with the low arm, they never bring up the arm. And this, to use the index finger, it comes from Mr. Ahmed mostly, and he used the two fingers and can alternate. And also the index is the first finger to use. So this is more flexible technique. You have more possibilities by using this. And there's also a concept actually to how to use. I will not talk about it now in this tutorial. So one more interesting thing about the sound of the tuck is that there's different sound qualities. So you can hit the edge, or you can hit slightly inside the skin, which has less overtones. So this is you can play with this melody. Yeah, it's like a accent. This sounds like an accent. This is not accent. You can make a exercise like this, for example. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah, just to practice this two different text sounds. Of course, also on the right it is possible. Okay, this is a more fine approach maybe, and yes, we'll give you a lot of ideas, a lot of music. Yes, so I think this was it. If there's any questions, you can just write them in the comments, and I will do my best to answer them. And I hope you enjoy these lessons and you get something from this. Goodbye.